As of right now, it looks like everyone is up to some mischief, and Mickey, Arthur, and Emma are the only ones out of the loop in town, so maybe we'll get the scoop in this episode. Loads of puzzles in that Harlan Coben show are tackled in the dirt locker. While the grown-ups of Castleton sort out their mess, Mickey and his crew check out the school's security videos for clues about Ashley's kidnap. What happened in Harlan Coben's Shelter Episode 3? Rachel almost got away from the dude with the octopus tattoo as he tried to stop her from getting to the cash in her locker. When Rachel had a spill on the road, she got hurt, but the whole thing messed with her head too. Maybe the cash in the bag was Ashley's, but it's nuts that a teen would get so much money, and what's the catch? The next day Rachel acted cool when she dropped by Mickey's place. They paired up for some schoolwork. Buck was causing drama between Troy and himself by gossiping that Rachel and Mickey might be together. Still, Rachel's vibe bugged Troy, and he wanted her to spill about her weird mood. If he could just chat with her, Troy was sure they'd sort things out. When Troy and his folks rocked up at Mickey's place, Rachel was already hanging out, which threw him off. Shira's folks invited Ken and Hannah, and everyone did a double take when Shira showed up out of the blue. And yeah, things between them? Pretty tense. Trying to patch things up, Troy went after Rachel when she bailed. But Rachel was ticked off, and she let loose on Troy, even socking him. Rachel kept getting these flashbacks from the other night, and felt she'd blown it with Troy no matter how much she said sorry. Shira had a hard time with all the bad stuff hitting her loved ones. When Shira got that she couldn't do much for Kitty's headspace, she felt stuck. Ditching vacation plans because of all the recent drama, Shira's parents came over to party for their anniversary. Shira's mom kept on about Shira missing out cause she wasn't hitched or had kids. Shira was like, "I've told you a million times I don't want kids and I'm good," but her mom wouldn't drop it. After Hannah and Ken showed up, Shira's mom went on again about how Shira might be better with Mickey if she had her own kiddos. Shira wasn't having it and left, seeing a big fight coming. Shira grabbed some wine and chilled on her roof. Hannah came up, and turns out, this was their old hangout spot. Hannah felt bad and wanted to make things right. They had a laugh at Ken's cost, and Shira actually smiled for once. Episode 3 of that Harlan Coben show spilled that Hannah and Shira had been more than buddies before. Later, Hannah swung by Shira's for a quick but intense hug. They'd kept their feelings on the DL because they thought no one would get it, but now Hannah felt she had to speak up. It'll be wild to see what goes down next and if their secret gets out. Emma, Mickey, and Arthur found out a masked dude was snooping around the school and hit up Ashley's locker because of the security cam footage. Mickey bolted to the creepy house the moment he realized it was the same dude who used to work for that old lady. Mickey was on a mission for answers and was determined to square off with Batwoman and learn how her old man kicked the bucket. When they met, she gave him some scary news. Mickey got that the old woman was actually Lizzie Sobek, the MIA Holocaust survivor whose book he was looking into for some schoolwork. Sobek made sure 50 kids were safe while they were on their way to the Nazi camp. Only 6 of those 49 kids were left when Lizzie dropped that the general, aka the butcher, came back and wiped out the rest. But there's more. Mickey also saw that the general looked like the cop who had come over after some mishap. Mickey remembered his banged-up face and couldn't believe they were the same dude. Lizzie told Mickey they were kind of the same cause they both lost their dads young and had to handle it. Lizzie was clueless about where Ashley was and hoped Mickey had some intel. But Mickey was in the dark and all this weird stuff didn't add up. It wasn't just some weird timing that Ashley went poof the same day as Dylan Shakes, like 27 years back. Sometimes Mickey and his pals felt something was off, but they were still in the dark. In the next bits of that Harlan Coben show, Mickey will try to connect the dots between the boss, the blue butterflies, missing kids, Brad's End, and that tattooed weirdo.